Okay, you got 3. And I'll be honest with you, the first one's super simple. The other one's more difficult. My main concern, though, is just to get that first guy factored. Once I can do that, I can start to say, oh, the other ones might have that in common. So let me write that down for you. So the first one, just kind of looking at it, it doesn't look that bad. I'm going to say 4x and 2x. And the 35 is 5 and 7. So I'm going to say 5. And whatever I say, I'm going to try it. I would hate to say it works when it doesn't work. 4x times 2x is 8x squared. 7 times 5 is 35. Now I got to worry about the signs of the internal term. So let's see. It looks like this. But the fact that it looks like that doesn't mean it's that. So what do you get? 8x squared works beautifully. Minus 20 plus 14 is minus 6. That worked. And you do get minus 35. Once I get this, though, I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to see that if this is the factorization of the problem, I am hoping the other ones also contain one of those factors. And certainly looking at it, I hope you realize that just by the second guy, that this is not likely, right? Because you're not going to get the 10x cubed there, all right? But this one's likely. So what I would do for the second guy, maybe I shouldn't put an arrow there. What I should do for the second guy is assume that 2x minus 5 is a factor of that. I should assume that, right? I would never assume that 4x plus 7 is, because there's no way it's going to go in, all right? I'm just looking at the first and last term. It's no way. But the 2x minus 5, good candidate, do a long division, and you're going to get a quadratic here. Quadratics are easier to deal with, all right? So again, let me point this out. First guy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The second guy, I made an assumption that 2x minus 5 was a factor of it. Then what I did a long division. I get this thing over here. That's not going to factor with your fingers, all right? Then what do? I got to go to the third guy, all right? And I'm making another assumption. What assumption would I make? It's got to have something to do with the first two. So the assumption I would make is, you know what? Maybe I'm going to get lucky again with a long division. Maybe this also has a factor of 2x minus 5 in it, all right? Now someone says, if it does, how do you get it? Well, I want to point out what you're going to get over here is you're going to do a long division again. And once you do that long division, you're going to get a quadratic. All right, you get a quadratic. All right, let me go through the long division. And the reason I'm going to do that, I notice they don't have it written down for me. So let me write this down. So if you took 2x minus 5, and you were to divide that into 6x cubed minus 13x squared minus 13x plus 20, well, let's see. What do you get? It would be 3x squared, right? And we're going to get a remainder of 0 if we don't. We're definitely doing something wrong. This is going to be 6x cubed minus 15x squared. Subtract, you get 2x squared minus 13x plus 20. And then I'm going to say plus x. That would give me 2x squared minus 5x. What do you get there? You would get minus 8x plus 20. Well, I'm going to say minus 4 now. And that would give me minus 8x plus 20, remainder 0. So I would get that. And by the way, I think I would stop there. All right. But what I notice about that is also factorable. And so if I wrote that one down, I put this over here. Remember, I already know that I had the, you know what? I made a mistake and underlined the wrong thing. Sorry about that. I got to get my eraser out now. I factored, sorry about that. I divided this in, and this is what I found the quadratic. I just want to show you that this quadratic is the same thing. And what would I do? 3x and x. Again, I want to point out we're factoring this now. That's all we're doing. I'm going to say 4 and 1. And you get 3x times x is 3x squared. I got that business, and I got the 4. Not the signs yet, though. And it's going to be plus in the middle, so put this and that. And that does work, by the way. You do get 3x squared. you get minus 3 plus 4, which is plus x, and you do get minus 4. And then you get that other factor, 2x minus 5. Now, by the way, they didn't have to be done, but you know what? It can't hurt to do it. All right, just can't hurt to do it. So I'm going to talk about what's common now. All right, so I'm going to circle it now. What's common? 2x minus 5 is the only factor common to all three of those terms. So what's the GCF? 2x minus 5. What's the worst part of these problems? The factorizations are not easy. Thank you.